Summer's farm adventure in Bulacan. Summer's sunny farm adventure. Summer the black Shih Tzu was about to experience the happiest adventure of her life, far away from the noisy city. A peaceful farm waited for her in Bulacan, filled with golden rice fields, sweet mango trees, friendly animals, and warm countryside smiles. As the family car rolled along the quiet provincial roads, Summer pressed her tiny nose against the window. Her fluffy tail wagged, nonstop with excitement as bright green fields stretched endlessly under the sunny blue sky. She had never seen a real farm before, and today, everything was about to change. The moment the farm gate opened, Summer jumped out happily onto the soft green grass. Chickens clucked nearby, ducks waddled across a small muddy path, and gentle carabaos rested under swaying coconut trees. Summer ran through the warm fields with sparkling eyes, chasing butterflies dancing in the sunlight. She sniffed fresh flowers, explored little wooden bridges, and barked excitedly at the fluttering birds above her. Then came her favorite surprise of all, a giant mango orchard glowing golden under the afternoon sun. A kind farmer picked a ripe mango from the tree and carefully handed it to Summer. She proudly carried the sweet fruit in her mouth while everyone laughed and took pictures of her adorable farm adventure. As the sun slowly set over the peaceful countryside, Summer sat quietly beside the fields, feeling the cool evening breeze brush through her soft black fur. For the very first time, Summer discovered that happiness wasn't found in busy streets or loud places. Sometimes, happiness lived in sunny farms, golden mangoes, and beautiful memories shared with family. Arriving at the farm, the moment the old wooden farm gate slowly opened, Summer's tiny eyes sparkled with excitement and wonder. Before her stretched endless green fields glowing under the warm May sunshine. Tall coconut trees swayed gently with the breeze, their leaves dancing against the bright blue sky. The fresh countryside air smelled sweet and clean, a mix of fresh grass, blooming flowers, warm soil, and ripe golden mangoes hanging from nearby trees. Summer peeked out of the family car for a second, then suddenly leapt onto the soft grass with pure happiness. Her fluffy black fur bounced as she zoomed across the farm, wagging her tail faster than ever before. Nearby, ducks quacked noisily beside a small pond while chickens wandered freely around the farmyard, searching for food. Butterflies fluttered through the air as the sunlight painted everything in warm golden colors. For the first time in her life, Summer felt completely free. Everything felt peaceful. Everything felt alive. And as she looked across the beautiful countryside, Summer already knew deep inside her little heart, this farm was going to become one of the happiest adventures of her life. Discovering the mango orchard, Lola Rosa guided Summer toward the giant mango orchard hidden behind the wide green fields of the farm. The moment they entered, Summer's eyes grew wide with excitement. Tall mango trees stretched high into the bright blue sky, their branches heavy with sweet golden fruit ready for harvest. Warm sunlight filtered gently through the leaves while the soft countryside breeze carried the delicious scent of ripe mangoes through the air. Birds chirped happily above as fallen leaves crunched beneath Summer's tiny paws. Summer sniffed curiously around the orchard, wagging her fluffy tail faster with every step. Then suddenly, thud! A ripe mango dropped beside her from one of the trees. Startled at first, Summer jumped back with surprise before carefully walking closer to inspect the mysterious fruit. She sniffed it gently, tilted her head, and finally picked up the golden mango in her mouth like a tiny treasure. The nearby farmers burst into warm laughter as Summer proudly trotted around the orchard carrying her special prize. Even Lola Rosa smiled and clapped happily at the adorable little Shih Tzu. As the golden afternoon sunlight glowed across the orchard, Summer realized that every corner of the farm was filled with new discoveries, sweet surprises, and unforgettable adventures. The Carabao Ride. Meeting Bruno the Carabao. Near the wide green rice fields stood Bruno, the farm's gentle carabao. He was enormous, with strong muscles, shiny dark skin, and giant curved horns that looked powerful under the golden afternoon sun. At first, little Summer the black Shih Tzu froze in place. She had never seen an animal so huge before. Her tiny paws stepped carefully through the soft grass, while she peeked nervously from behind Lola Rose's legs. But Bruno wasn't scary at all. The calm carabao slowly lowered his massive head and let out a soft, friendly breath, as if saying hello. Summer tilted her head curiously. Slowly, cautiously, she walked closer. Bruno stayed perfectly still while Summer sniffed his nose. Then suddenly, Bruno gave a gentle snort that made Summer jump backward in surprise before happily wagging her tail. Everyone laughed. And just like that, a beautiful new friendship began. A few moments later, Summer carefully climbed onto Bruno's broad back while the farmer guided them across the peaceful rice fields. The golden sunlight shimmered across the water-filled paddies as birds flew through the warm sky. The soft wind danced through Summer's black fluffy fur while she looked around in pure amazement. For the very first time in her life, Summer felt completely free, brave, and truly part of the beautiful countryside adventure. Picnic by the river. That afternoon, the family prepared a peaceful picnic beside a quiet riverside surrounded by tall trees, colorful wildflowers, and the gentle sound of flowing water. Soft sunlight shimmered across the sparkling river while birds sang happily from the branches above. A long picnic table was filled with delicious countryside treats, fresh mangoes, watermelon slices, grilled corn, sweet rice cakes, and cool homemade juice. Children laughed and ran across the grass while Lola Rosa spread a large blanket beneath the shade of a giant tree. Summer wore a tiny straw hat that made everyone smile, excited and full of energy. The little black Shih Tzu chased a bright red ball along the grassy riverbank, her fluffy fur dancing in the warm breeze. Dragonflies floated above the sparkling water while tiny fish splashed gently near the rocks. After playing, Summer rested beside the family, quietly watching the peaceful countryside around her. Far away from the noisy city streets, Summer finally discovered the simple happiness of slowing down, breathing fresh air, and enjoying every beautiful little moment of summer. Helping in the garden. Helping at the vegetable garden. The next morning, Summer woke up early as golden sunlight slowly spread across the peaceful farm. Excited for another adventure, the tiny black Shih Tzu happily followed the farmers toward the vegetable garden. Rows of bright red tomatoes, shiny purple eggplants, leafy lettuce, and fresh green peche stretched across the rich brown soil. Beneath the warm morning sky, butterflies fluttered between the plants, while birds chirped softly from the nearby trees. Summer carefully walked beside the farmers, her little paws sinking into the soft earth. Even though she was tiny, she wanted to help in every way she could. One farmer handed her a small empty basket, and Summer proudly carried it by the handle while everyone laughed and cheered her on. She followed the workers from row to row, watching them harvest vegetables fresh from the garden. Sometimes she sniffed the tomatoes curiously. Other times she chased tiny grasshoppers hopping through the leaves. But while trying to help, Summer accidentally slipped into a muddy patch beside the eggplants. A little splash of dirt landed right on her tiny black nose. The farmers burst into warm laughter while Summer froze for a second in surprise. Then she wagged her fluffy tail proudly, as if she meant to do it all along. By the end of the morning, Summer sat beside the baskets filled with fresh vegetables, tired but happy. She no longer felt like a visitor at the farm. She truly felt like part of the family.
She's keeping watch like she owns the place.
She sort of does, doesn't she?
Dancing in the rain. Later that afternoon, the bright sunshine slowly disappeared as dark gray clouds rolled gently across the wide Bulacan sky. The warm wind became cooler, and the the tall grass swayed softly beside the rice fields, Summer the little black Shih Tzu looked up curiously, her tiny ears twitching as thunder rumbled quietly in the distance. Then, drip, drip, drip. Within moments, warm summer rain began pouring across the farm. The farmers hurried to cover baskets of vegetables while the children squealed excitedly and ran into the open field. At first, Summer panicked. She dashed across the muddy ground, barking nervously while trying to avoid the falling rain. Tiny splashes covered her paws as she searched for somewhere dry to hide. But then she stopped. In the middle of the field, the children were laughing, spinning, and dancing freely beneath the rain. Their joyful laughter echoed through the countryside. Summer tilted her head curiously. Slowly, she stepped toward a muddy puddle. Splash! She jumped back in surprise. The children laughed kindly and encouraged her to play. Carefully, Summer stepped again. Splash! This time, her tail wagged excitedly. Soon, she was running in circles, hopping through puddles, and spinning happily beneath the warm rain. Mud splattered everywhere as the children chased her around the field. Her fluffy black fur became completely soaking wet, but she didn't care at all. For the first time that day, Summer discovered how magical dancing in the rain could feel. As the golden sunset slowly appeared behind the clouds, everyone stood smiling together in the peaceful rainy field. That rainy afternoon became one of the happiest memories Summer would ever carry in her little heart. Bonfire gathering begins. Bonfire under the stars. On Summer's final evening at the farm, everyone gathered around a warm bonfire beneath the glowing night sky. The cool evening breeze gently moved through the trees, while the fire crackled softly in the middle of the quiet countryside. Fireflies floated like tiny lanterns through the darkness, and thousands of stars shimmered brightly above the peaceful fields. The family sat together on wooden benches, sharing funny stories and happy memories from the past few days. Sweet corn slowly roasted over the fire while the delicious smell filled the air. Children laughed as they toasted marshmallows and pointed excitedly at the sparkling constellations above them. Wrapped in a soft towel after her warm bath, Summer curled up comfortably beside Lula Rosa near the glowing fire. Her tiny eyes slowly looked around at the smiling faces, the dancing flames, and the beautiful farm that had become her second home. Bruno the carabao rested quietly nearby while crickets sang softly in the distance. Summer's heart felt warmer than ever before. This farm had given her something truly special. Not just adventure, but unforgettable memories filled with love, friendship, laughter, and joy that she would carry forever. Goodbye, Bulacan. The next morning, soft golden sunlight slowly filled the farmhouse windows as everyone prepared to leave. The peaceful sounds of birds singing and rustling, coconut trees made the morning feel calm and bittersweet. Summer quietly walked around the farm one last time, wagging her tail gently as if saying goodbye to every corner she loved. She looked toward the giant mango orchard, the sparkling river, and the wide green rice fields glowing beneath the warm Bulacan sunshine. Bruno the carabao stood near the fence watching quietly, while the ducks waddled near the pond and the chickens pecked happily around the yard. Even Lola Rosa smiled warmly and waved as the family loaded their bags into the car. As the car slowly drove away, Summer placed her tiny paws against the window and watched the countryside disappear little by little behind them. The mango trees became smaller, the rivers faded into the distance, and the peaceful farm slowly vanished beneath the bright morning sky. Summer rested her head quietly beside the window with a soft, happy smile on her face. This was not just a simple vacation. It was the adventure that filled her heart with friendship, courage, happiness, and unforgettable memories. And deep inside, Summer knew something very important. One day, she would return to the beautiful countryside of Bulacan for another magical summer adventure.